Ornn and Blacksmith,
Uh-huh.
there's something in this space, but I think you kind of cranked it to 11 more than everyone was expecting.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I wanted to do big new items in TFT for a while. I think if you remember back to God, like when I first joined the team during set two,
mhm.
one of the things we talked about was like, hey, players get these full items on occasion, and they
Yep,
don't feel great, right? Like
yep.
it's
The
kind of like
artifact
if you
pitch,
get the
yeah.
right one, yeah. So I did an artifact pitch, and I was like, hey, what if we do like these weird one-off items that are a little more maybe either kiss curse or like you couldn't normally make, and well, it didn't actually pan out. We kind of struggled to find a good place for them. When it came to Ornn and bringing him back, I was like, we got to do this again. We need totally new items that feel like they definitely like fit right into TFT on a ton of units. But if you were allowed to make them every time, they would need to be like too weak
Yeah.
to like really feel good or
All right. All right. So
yeah.
before we get to the items,
Okay.
we got an Elderwood Vanguard Blacksmith. Elderwood
Yes.
Vanguard, so gives Vanguard some new stuff. Generally, I would say he's feels like about a 4 cost in power. Feels kind of
Yeah.
like a Sejuani.
Sure.
His spell is his ultimate from Summoner's Rift. Does that sound about right?
Yep. Absolutely.
So he summons the Ram. The Ram does a little bit of damage and applies the chill effect.
Yep.
But then if the Ram hits Ornn and he's not CC'd, he knocks it back, doing
Even
the
if he's
stun. Oh, even if
yeah,
he's
right,
CC'd?
right
Okay.
now you can CC. The bigger miss criteria for him because it felt really weird to watch the Ram run through and you couldn't really tell if he was CC'd or not sometimes.
Gotcha.
But if he moves out of the way or is displaced, then the Ram just kind of runs off the screen because he's not there to headbutt
Gotcha,
it.
gotcha.
So that's his bail condition. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so decent amount of CC, not a ton of damage, not a ton of anything else, and very high mana cost. So he's usually only casting this once per fight.
Yep.
But Blacksmith. Now, if I
Yes.
remember correctly, the way it works is if you have a 1-star Ornn, it's every 4 turns.
Just to clarify, Ornn needs to have participated in a combat in order for you to, at the start of the next planning phase, earn progress. So,
Yep,
but yes.
very good. 2-star Ornn, it's every 3 combats he participates in.
Yep.
And 3-star Ornn is every combat because
Yes.
good luck.
Yes.
Now, if you do that, he creates an artifact. So if we go to the
Yes.
next slide, here are 4 examples of the 10 artifacts. And you're kind of blocking Mount Amuse and Infinity Force. Yeah, you can't move. But why don't you go over some of these here? I think there's some good ones here.
Sure. So there are 10 items total, and we've got 4 of them here. The collector is a sort of an executioner item that you can put on anyone who sort of finishes people off. Whenever they damage a unit who is below 10% health, they instantly kill them, similar to like old Vagar, where he would just instant kill. And then these executions always generate a gold. So a little bit of extra economy coming in whenever they get a kill. Little space pirate vibe mixed with predator almost.
Yep.
Super cool. Rocket propelled fist. Blitzcrank hook just on an item,
Yep.
which is hilarious to watch. You'll have like your support in the back line, like a Janna, just shoot out a fist, grab a unit, and pull it towards her, and then everyone will taunt. Exact same as Blitzcrank in previous sets.
Yep.
Manazane, this one, very powerful. We've seen a lot of use of this on Zillion
Oh god,
in
Zillion.
particular. But after they cast their spell for the first time in a combat, they'll restore 100 mana right now, which this might change over 4 seconds. So it kind of like ticks in pretty rapidly. And this works for both big casters like your sets, your Zillions, who need a lot of mana to get there, but also for your low mana cost casters. So an example of this would be like Kindred. Kindred only needs like, what is it, 25, 30 mana? Is it 35?
I think it's 35, yeah.
35 mana to cast. But during that entire time, even while she's like locked out from casting a spell, she's still generating the mana. So if you pop a Manazane on her, she will ult like every second 4 times in a row. It's very, very powerful. Yeah.
Yep. And
then
then
finally,
we have Infinity Force.
Yes.
That's the one I
Yes.
got in.
Yes.
This is because, Trinity Force with 3, you get 33 AD, 33 attack speed, 33 AP, 33 mana, 33 armor, 33 MR, 333 health, and 33 crit.
The only thing we pulled from this was 33% dodge because that was very powerful.
Yeah.
You would put on a frontliner and they would just not die to physical damage at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And so again, these are 4 of the 10. There are 6 others, but you don't get to pick, right? So like
Correct.
Ornn just makes an item and that's it.
Yep.
And where I think this is interesting, because I think a lot of people's reaction is going to be, these items are insane, you get Ornn, you win the game. But what kind of keeps us in check here is that it takes an item slot, and you can only have one. So what often happens is, you reach late game, your carry already has 3 items.
Yep.
So you don't usually have room for the artifact. So all of a sudden you're left with some really interesting like decisions, or do you leave an artifact slot, things like that. And so overall it's been pretty healthy for the game. And the fact that you have to run Ornn, which sometimes can be a curse. Like, he's not as powerful as other 5 costs. He's not...
Very true.
To be honest, I think he's worse than Sejuani, power-wise.
Yeah, especially at 1 star, he struggles a lot to like stay alive and really accomplish anything early on. So it's really all in on his artifact, especially if you're running him like late game without any items or any star levels. Yeah.
Now, that being said, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We've definitely had a playtest where somebody got an early 4-1, level 7 Ornn with 2 Nikos, Niko'd it, and it was like, bye, see you at the other end. So there's some of that for sure.
Yeah, between Carousel and Fortune, I think there will be some highlight moments where Ornn really just sort of like snowballs you into the late game, but you still need to use these items properly, and not every item is going to be perfect in every comp, but every item you get should be good on someone in your comp somehow.
Yeah, I will say personally, I think these are like 4 of the best.
Sure, yeah.
There's definitely some that like I'm not personally a fan of. So it's like sometimes you do feel like you get the low roll too, where it's like you didn't get the artifact you wanted. But it'll be interesting to see, and I'll be curious to see people's opinions on all these artifacts. So
yeah, for sure, and we can massage some of them as well. If they go live and it turns out that no one likes, one of them, it's like, okay, well maybe we do a rework of it just like we would a champion or whatever. So yeah.
Exactly. Cool.